Meteorologist Alan Rose with a check of our forecast. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning, Tony. I do want to start out talking about the dryness that we've seen the month of August so far. We teased with that drought report. That's coming your way here in the next graphic, and then we'll look ahead at some wetter changes driven by the monsoon. Now, August as a whole so far this month has been very dry, especially at the Springs Airport. Just 4/100ths of an inch of rainfall so far on the bucket there. Now, normal month to date at the Springs is 1.95. That's through yesterday afternoon, and year to date we are running a deficit of nearly 2 inches. In Pueblo, we've seen just over 1/3 of an inch of rain so far this month. We're below the normal month-to-date total of 1.41, and for the year as a whole, we are under that by more than 2 inches. And because of the worsening drought conditions out west, that's been a contributing factor to some of those bigger blazes. Now, thankfully, we've seen a change in the pattern over the past 3 or 4 days, allowing for firefighters to get the upper hand. But you can see areas in that dark red and this red color here, that calls for extreme and exceptional drought. And currently 20% of the state is experiencing those more severe drought conditions. Right now in the Springs, we're dry at 58 degrees this morning. 64 in Pueblo and Canyon, 64 in Walsenburg, and 63 in La Junta. Here it is, still some leftover rain showers this morning down across the southern tier of the state. Those are going to dissipate pretty quickly by around sunrise. And then as we make our way into the afternoon, we have less instability, no big disturbances rolling across the mountains, but we have enough recycled moisture left over to generate a few thunderstorms, mainly for the Pikes Peak region, down across the mountain areas in the southeastern mountains, and that's going to be about it. But if you're planning a hike, especially here in the Front Range this afternoon or the Rampart Range, just be advised, use caution. Anytime after about 2 o'clock in the Pikes Peak region, a rogue shower will be possible. Now, in the short-term period, high pressure will continue to move west, and that is going to bring the heat, even the potential for record-setting temperatures on Thursday. But as that ridge continues to track west, we'll get a cold front that drops in on Friday, and look what it does here as we track these upcoming changes. It allows for a much more active pattern. In fact, Friday, we start to get some storms, then the potential for more widespread rain developing this weekend, especially for parts of the state that could really use it. All right, highs today into the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As we look at your latest allergy report, still seeing medium concentrations of grass pollen, tree pollen, now on the lower side. So we dry things out initially after today, and then as moisture increases, we get the potential for more storms this weekend and some heavier rain, some cooler weather moving in Sunday to Monday. For Pueblo, mainly dry today through Thursday. Chance of storms Friday to Saturday, and then storms likely for the afternoon on Sunday and Monday. In Canyon City, we have the 90s in the forecast through the end of the week, with cooler 80s, especially into early next week, and the threat of heavy rain, maybe some flooding Sunday to Monday. For Woodland Park, a chance of storms today. Run-of-the-mill storms Friday into Saturday, and then the potential for some heavier rain due to that deep, rich subtropical moisture both Sunday and Monday.